Welcome back, guys. So in this video I'm going to talk more about how to use our data from the data store. So we've spent the last 6 videos basically creating this data store, and during that time we have made several folders. We have made our interfaces. Look, our interface is getting it's getting huge. That's our interface, and we've created an options file, and we've come up with this data store. Now we want to use the data. So how to use the data? That's what this is. So the first thing is I'm going to import the context system. So let's look for context. There we go, this one. So we're going to get context. So we need to use it. So we're going to say use context. And now here we're going to say const. What we want is we want to be able to use it. So we'll say use context, and then we'll generate the context. And inside the context, we want to get what we have access to. We have access to these two. So let's just grab them. So we've grabbed them right there. Now we need to start using them. We need to see what they are. We need to call it. So I'm going to create let's get useEffect. So we're going to use useEffect to run our get COVID data. So useEffect like this without the array it's like component will mount. It's going to run before the render lifecycle. When you put the props like this, it runs once after the render lifecycle, the return lifecycle over here. Then this is gonna run. And then if you put a variable in here, it's gonna rerun each time there's a change in that variable. That's basically what useEffect is. So let's create a file called const unload, a function called const unload, and then in this function to call back, so we need to call get COVID data. So if you glance over get COVID data, you see that it's a promise, but at the same time it can be undefined. So this undefined state, it's a little worrying because you don't want to use Axios to fetch. You don't want to use useEffect to execute or to run something that could be possibly undefined. So what we do is we check, we say if get COVID data, once it is load, basically, then we call it. Simple. That's it. And then let's return unload. So we're done with get COVID data. We don't need to pass the dependency here because then it's gonna run multiple times, and we don't need to do that. Run once after the render phase. So the next thing that we want to do now is we want to create, let's use another useEffect actually. In this one, what I want to do is we want to get the data itself, COVID data. So the same thing, if you look at COVID data, it's undefined as well at times. So we want to check, we say if COVID data, and we can also check the length of COVID data just to be sure. If the length is greater than 0, so there's something inside, then we can use it. So there's a bunch of things in COVID data that we need. So let's const, we can destruct. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go to the interface, COVID data has country and it has provinces. Those are the only two that I want. I don't want the latitude, longitude, and date. I just want the country and the provinces. So I'm gonna destruct those out. Country. If I spelled it correctly, let's see. Country and provinces. So now we can say this is COVID data, and again, I know what COVID data looks like because I use Postman to get COVID data. The value, it's an array with only one item. This is the item. There's nothing else, only one item. So because it's an array with one item, I get the first item. So that's good. So this country that we have here, we can put it in our welcome. We can say hello world, and then we can say hello world, and we can say welcome to the country, whatever country that is. So why is this still red? Let's see. Can I find name country? Oh, because I haven't updated it yet where I want to use it. Let's see. And it's also inside useEffect. That's really bad. So you know what I can do? Use state. Again, I'm just making this video. So I might, there's possibly there will be some mistakes, and then I'll fix them once I catch them. So we're going to use use state. Use state. Use state, it's a string because country is a string. So let's tell COVID what use state is. I said COVID. Let's tell TyPESCRIPT what use state is. It's a string. So let's say country. Let's spell it with an N instead. Say set country. So this is the one we're gonna put here. And then we will call set country. We'll call it in here. So we say country. If it exists, use it. If it doesn't exist, empty string. Beautiful. And then for the provinces, we can just print it out. We can do a console.log it for now. There we go. And then this useEffect, so COVID data is going to be an empty bracket at first. It's going to be an empty array. So when it does change, we want to rerun it. So we pass COVID data to it. And then now we can actually try it out. And let's see. Let's save our work. And we should get a welcome, the name of the country here. Let's see. No, what something is wrong. Alright, so let's see, what is this saying? Cannot be compiled under. So what cannot be compiled? What error do we have? Empty input statement. Because global script file. Alright, so I'm gonna take a look at this and see if I can fix it. Let's see. Again, these are some of the bugs you can have. So we have country here, country there. That's fine. Provinces is there. Oh, let's remove this for now. Let's see. That should be fine. Use state is a string. Let's see. Oh, our function. That shouldn't matter. Get const COVID. What type of function is this? This is a React dot functional components. Again, that shouldn't matter. It seems like that does matter. Let's see. Let's run this again. Okay, if I don't get this error fix, I would stop the video and then I'll try to fix it outside, and then I'll explain it to you on the next one. But let's try to debug it live. This is a live debugging session. And let's see what's going on. Why can't we get it to work? Let's see our server. So hello world, welcome country. We should have access to the country data. We call onload. Very well, that's fine. Okay. No, it's still an error. It says it's an error in my TyPESCRIPT file. Index.tx components. Okay, so let's remove this. We don't need this. That should not be the error. Okay, I think that's fine. Oh, there we go. It works. So that was just that file we had to remove. Hello world, welcome USA. So USA is the country. There we go. I mean, yes. And let's see the console.log. Did we? Oh, the provinces. Let's bring it back. Save it. There we go. That's our data. This is beautiful. All right, so that's good. So that's the data that we saw in the data store. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop this video. In the next video, we're gonna create our card, the card that you will see show up here. That's what we're gonna do next. Thank you.